Stay informed about the latest developments in cryptocurrency, politics, technology, and beyond with News Scrollers edition covering the period from August 18, 2025, to August 25, 2025.
Asahi cyberattack cripples Japan's leading brewer during high beer demand period. Massive data breach reveals 1.3 billion unique passwords. European nations investigating security loophole in electric buses manufactured in China.
AI country singer Breaking Rust reaches the top of the Billboard charts with the song Walk My Walk. A German court has ruled that OpenAI infringed on copyright laws by using song lyrics without permission. According to a survey, individuals are now unable to distinguish between music created by AI and that produced by humans.
Texas has filed a lawsuit against the gaming platform Roblox, accusing it of hiding safety risks from parents. The Danish government plans to prohibit children under 15 from using social media. ChatGPT is now associated with significantly more fatalities than the caffeinated lemonade that Panera disgracefully withdrew from the market.
Reuters reports that, according to sources, China has imposed a ban on foreign AI chips in data centers funded by the state. Wall Street Journal reports that, according to sources, China has devised a strategy to prevent the U.S. military from acquiring its rare earth magnets. A UK minister has introduced a plan aimed at reducing animal testing by increasing the utilization of AI.
States request a prolongation of the e-commerce tariff suspension at the World Trade Organization. Visa and MasterCard are close to reaching an agreement with merchants, which would result in reduced fees, according to a Wall Street Journal report. A study reveals that 43% of Generation Z favors YouTube and TikTok over conventional television and streaming services, with a new trend of microdramas attracting 28 million viewers in the United States.
The U.S. Congressional Budget Office has been targeted by a suspected cyber attack from a foreign entity. Google has initiated legal action against a cyber criminal organization responsible for phishing scams involving EZ-Pass and USPS text messages. The term vibe coding has been chosen over clanker as the Collins Dictionary's word of the year.
Ford is contemplating the discontinuation of its F-150 electric truck, according to a Wall Street Journal report. Singapore plans to implement the world's inaugural green fuel levy on air travel. The FAA has imposed restrictions on private aircraft flights at major airports.
Trump's AI advisor, Sachs, states there will be no federal support for AI following comments from OpenAI's CFO, Sarah Friar, who clarifies that the company is not requesting government assistance. 5 days ago, OpenAI's CEO also expressed that the US should not provide bailouts to AI companies. Reuters reports that Meta is profiting significantly from a surge in fraudulent ads, as indicated by documents. Additionally, JP Morgan suggests that AI's $5 trillion cost will require involvement from every debt market.
Xi Jinping pledges to increase imports from Spain and strengthen relations during discussions with King Felipe. India finalizes an agreement to purchase 113 U.S. engines for its Tejas fighter jets, with SCMP noting that India's Tejas fighter jet will use U.S. engines to counter Pakistan's Chinese air power. The Dutch are prepared to relinquish control of Nexperia if the chip supply is restored.
The United Kingdom has temporarily halted the sharing of intelligence with the United States concerning suspected drug-related vessels in the Caribbean region. Former President Donald Trump conducted his inaugural meeting at the White House with the leader of Syria. In New Zealand, the police will be withdrawn from the process of gun licensing, although the near-complete prohibition on semi-automatic firearms will continue to be enforced.
Analysis reveals that China's carbon dioxide emissions have remained stable or decreased over the last 18 months. Reports indicate that Trump is considering a proposal to permit oil drilling along the California coast. In 2023, water temperatures in Amazon lakes soared to levels comparable to hot tubs, resulting in the deaths of fish and dolphins.
UK Health Secretary refutes claims of conspiring to overthrow Starmer as Prime Minister. Former South Korean intelligence chief detained in connection with martial law incident. Turkish officials apprehend 8 individuals and suspend 1,024 players amid a betting probe.
Venezuela initiates a large-scale mobilization in response to the nearing U.S. aircraft carrier. The U.S. military destroys 2 additional suspected drug boats in the Pacific, resulting in the deaths of 6 individuals described as narco-terrorists, according to the Pentagon chief. The U.S. dispatches attack aircraft to El Salvador as part of an increasing regional troop deployment.
German authorities detain suspect in alleged plan to assassinate politicians. A far-right political group called Trump begins operations in Belgium. Trump considers legal action against the BBC for $1 billion due to January 6 documentary, as Trump considers suing BBC for $1 billion over allegedly altered portrayal of him.
Trump defends plan to bring in hundreds of thousands of Chinese students. I know what MAGA wants better than anybody else. China introduces its own version of the H-1B visa to lure foreign tech professionals. In the U.S., the State Department has the authority to refuse immigrant visas to individuals with specific medical conditions.
Ghislaine Maxwell, a co-conspirator of Jeffrey Epstein, intends to request a commutation from Trump, according to a whistleblower. Trump grants pardons to Rudy Giuliani and others who participated in the effort to overturn the 2020 election. Cornell University comes to an agreement with the Trump administration to reinstate research funding.
Trump suggests a 50-year mortgage, though some argue savings for homeowners would be small, and the housing director states the administration is working on it following Trump's hint. Trump reiterates a $2,000 tariff dividend promise as a SCOTUS decision approaches, and he cautions that the Supreme Court's tariff ruling might lead to a $3 unwind. 13 leading Italian pasta brands might vanish from U.S. store shelves due to the implementation of 107% tariffs.
Transgender women will be prohibited from participating in all-female Olympic competitions. The U.S. Supreme Court has declined to reverse its nationwide legalization of same-sex marriage. Kazakhstan is progressing with a Russian-style anti-LGBTQ law, aimed at prohibiting the promotion of non-traditional sexual orientation. Indonesia bestows the title of national hero upon former dictator Suharto. Serbian legislators give the green light to a luxury Trump hotel at a site with historical bombing significance, prompting Serbian demonstrators to pledge opposition to the real estate venture associated with Trump's son-in-law Kushner. Investigation by Milan into human safaris in Sarajevo during the 1990s, where tourists reportedly paid to murder civilians.
Trump claims that the Republican Party would never face an electoral defeat again if the filibuster were abolished. Trump expresses a desire for the new Washington, D.C. Stadium of the Commanders to be named in his honor. During a speech at Arlington Cemetery, Trump refers to Veterans Day as Victory Day.
Ukraine's anti-corruption agency investigates a significant scheme within the energy sector, while the country suspends its justice minister due to suspected connections to a $100 million corruption scandal. Trump writes a letter requesting the Israeli president to pardon Netanyahu in his corruption trial. A court in Gabon imposes a 20-year prison sentence on the former First Lady and the president's son.